none of my career would have happened from being exposed to the world the way I was exposed if it wasn't for G Unit. So, uh, I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? I salute 50 for even that opportunity of giving me the opportunity to be able to produce like I have and continue to. You dig? So, uh, we had a hell of a run. I hate things ended the way that they end, the way
As
how they ended. You know
bro,
what
as
I
a
mean?
fan, I my dream is, and I think this is gonna happen at least.
But it is what it is. You
Yeah,
dig?
I think
I don't agree with. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Like you ain't. I mean, a real motherfucker. A motherfucker. I don't know what they might say or do, but me personally, I had a real genuine brotherly love that was there. You know what I'm saying? Especially for me. You know what I mean? I can't speak for nobody else. You did, but you know, when you got real brotherly love, you thinking it lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no ending in that. We're gonna work through whatever it is. I got your back to the death. You know what I'm saying? That's how I applied my. Still applied that same way and changed. It's just that, you know, we just not together no more. We don't rock like that. You know what I mean? From a friendship, music, business, it's not there. I haven't heard from. I've reached out to Banks and stuff like that, and I think Banks just been kind of focused on doing whatever he doing with his life. Yayo doing whatever he doing with his life. 50 doing whatever he doing with his life, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I went down that road of trying to get us back together and getting back together and all of that. And, you know, it just didn't. It didn't go the way it's planned, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Now catch me if you can, though. You did, cause I'm gone on. You did, and music has always been my strong point with the crew. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved the music more than the money. It might sound crazy to some of y'all, but that's the truth because I wasn't making no motherfucking money from music in the beginning. I fell in love with just the music, and that's what I maintained my love for. I mean, the money come with the music. I've always been focused on becoming better and just, you know, making the best possible music that I can, and that's been my focus in it. So when it comes to the music, it's like, I'm working constantly, it's my life. And of course, that's what provides, to feed the babies with, you did. But at the same time, I love it so much. If they took the money away from this, yeah, I still got to do it because I love it. You
that's
did.
dope. Yeah,
Facts.
yeah, that's dope.
Hey.
Speaking of music, I mean, you got long history with Cash Money at one point. You
Yeah.
talked about I was blessed to run into Scarface as a child, and he told me if you don't have your home behind you,
You ain't
you ain't
got
got
nothing.
nothing.
Believe that.
So when I left New Orleans, I had this mentality that I was going to get my city behind what I do.
That's true. That's facts.
What was it like? Scarface, a legend. What was it like running into Scarface?
I mean, at a young age, it just seeing his face, man, is like seeing. To me, that's like our rap god of the South. You know what I mean? That's who I give my undivided attention to every one thing he say. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he on the mic, but off the mic, he just as real as he is on that motherfucker. So you can listen to every word that come out his mouth. And see, just meeting him at a young age and seeing and knowing that, who he is and who I've listened to in this music and brought up on it and things like that, it matched. He's the same one. I ran into a lot of artists I came up with listening to, and then when I meet them, it's like the totally different. You know what I mean? Like, damn, homie, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought, I ain't think, I ain't think you, you know what I mean? But I've met a few that's been exactly who they are, and Faces being one of them for sure. So, like he just told me, I was at that time I meeting him. I forget how old I was. Hell, I was in my teens, man, and I was just trying to make it in the music. So I was out, pushing a line with a crew of dudes back then called Totally Independent Productions, TIP, which they was real heavy dudes that was behind what we had going on, and they had me in, upper echelon rooms with some of the biggest back then, you know what I mean? So coming across Face, you know, it's like, man, I'm in front of him, and I ain't really know what to say, but just be like, man, what I need to do to get on like you, man. I'm doing my thing with the music. He said, youngster, I'm gonna tell you, man, like, you know, if you ain't got your city behind you, you ain't got nothing. Focus and go get your city behind you first. I took that advice and came right back home and started learning the game. It was costing $300 to press up 1,000 CDs then.
Yes.
I was pressing them up myself,
Damn.
sell them for $10 a piece. You dig what I'm saying? No mixing or mastering. I'm just coming straight out, straight to the CD piece. You dig? And just, you know, and lining them up, I had a cricket phone back then. You dig? Put my number on the phone on the CD, you know, just in case somebody heard something they like and want to buy another one. And it started jumping like my trap phone would. At times, my music phone was jumping harder than my trap phone. You did, so I knew then, hold on, that trap phone. This is what I need to focus on, and that's how I really started slowing down in the streets, because I started seeing that people was really not only liking my music but buying my. You know what I'm saying? Like hand to hand, and I probably, you know, made damn near, you know, 100,000 out here just chasing and selling CDs. Hell, I used to get in the car with the dope boys, man, that had, you know, motion and shit, and ride in the car, and while they catching their bites, they making them buy a CD too. You dig? I mean, you know, facts.
That's crazy.
If you want to see this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.